All right, Shalom Akim. It's coming back to prophesy the downfall of America, to let the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians know that we are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. All right, want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions, and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay? As we all know, we're in the last days, all right, and it's fastly approaching to the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that imminent day, okay? While you got these boneheads, these zombies, all right, these stiff-necked, imputed people that are not even looking towards the signs and the prophecies of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's return, man. So it's gonna be a sudden, a rude awakening upon these people because they fail to observe the signs that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has set before us, which is being glued to this book or being taught under certain men. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just jump off with Hebrews or Salakia, Revelations 18:1. It says, "And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven." And the one thing you people got a misconception of, you think angels got wings and they're a bunch of white people. All right, the angels of the Most High are celestial beings that have celestial bodies. All right, and they're governed by, well, really that word angel means messenger. Okay, so they bring messages to the people in an order from the Most High to his son Yahweh Shai, who y'all ignorantly call Jesus Christ, which that's not his name. Okay, so these angels bring messages to his prophets. That's who they show the secrets to. All right, let me go ahead and bring this one out here in Amos 3:7. "Surely the Most High will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets." You see, so he reveals these mysteries unto the prophets, and we relay the message to the people as prescribed, as we are commanded to. Okay, we're letting you know that swift destruction is approaching. Okay. So it's our job to sound the trumpet, to let you know, to sound the alarm, and to let our people know, the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians, the confusion of faces, that destruction is nigh, man. Okay? It says, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Okay? And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is fallen. Now Babylon, during the time of John the Revelator, Babylon was already conquered. So what time was John the Revelator in? He was in the time of the Roman Empire. Okay, so he's speaking of future prophecy, and the kingdom that he witnessed being destroyed in the latter days, which in the time we are, 2018, is talking about America, because America has every single different. It has a diversity of nations, which they call the Great Melting Pot. And not only that, they got different symbols, different relics that are from these different lands, such as Egypt, the Roman Empire. Okay, you got all these different things that America still condones. The Greeks, all right, through their movies, through the traditions and customs, they got all these different holidays. Now you got the one coming up, Halloween, which is they called it in the old time Samhain, or however you brothers want to pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it, Samhain. But that was the ancient custom and tradition that the heathens would do, man. All right, and it was over there in the Ireland with the Celtics, okay, the Druids and things of that nature, which is nothing but a heathenistic custom that whether those people were Israelites or not, they picked up those traditions and customs from the other nations, being superstitious, this, that, and the third, you know, but following after the wrong gods, man, because you only got one power, all right, and his name is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in the Paleo Hebrew, man. His name ain't God. That's nothing but a title. There's many gods. There's men on the earth that consider themselves gods, because the word God means power, a judge. All right. Now you need to call on the proper name of the Most High and His Son that you claim you believe out of the scriptures, the Bible, man, which they have those proper names, those proper nouns. All right. It says, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Now that's what we see in our time, man. All right, whether you want to look at it in the sense of right now, when we read that scripture, or future prophecy when it's destroyed and they had nothing but every abominable creature living there. Okay, because the scriptures tell you that Babylon is going to be left desolate, and it's going to have all like the different unclean animals there, man. Okay, but even right now, when you look at it, you got nothing but unclean beasts, because men are likened unto beasts. All right, there's this one, haven't brought it out in a long time. This is Psalms 32:9. Be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with the bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. That's right, because men are likened as unto beasts. Okay, they're likened unto creatures. All right, there's another one. See if I can find it. Well, you read the book of Acts, it'll tell you right there when Peter witnessed, or he saw that vision. Okay, but there's another one in the book of Psalms, right here. Psalm 73, verse 22. So foolish was I and ignorant, I was as a beast before thee. You see that? So all these people out here are as unclean beasts. Why? Because especially our people, the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians, because they don't have the spirit and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is the spirit of the Bible of Yahweh Shai, upon them, which makes them foolish, unwise, unclean. Okay? Because what makes you clean is the words of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Babylon means the city of confusion, or confusion. Because when you go back in the Genesis, it tells you what Yahweh Shai did. He confounded their language, man. Which he, in that time it was known as Babel, which meant confusion, because he confounded their languages, man. They all went their own separate ways. All right? You see? So this great kingdom that John the Revelator was seeing, he likened it unto Babylon. Okay? Because if you're spiritual, you see there's nothing but confusion here, man. Meaning that you got homosexuals, you got all types of different abominations walking around and being accepted. All different manners of traditions and customs, whether you agree with it or not, it's being practiced here, man. Witchcraft, pedophilia, all right, great hatred, people that hate the Bible, atheists, people that love the Bible. You got all these different types of people that don't regard anything that is life. And their life that they consider life is death, man. Okay? They think they're thugs, real proud, arrogant. All right? All that stuff the Most High hates, man. He hates a haughty person. He hates a arrogant pomp, a hubris person, man. That's why he looks towards his servants, the prophets, the Negro Latinos, and Native American Indians, because we're the lowly of the earth. That's what the so-called white man says about the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, that we're at the bottom of the barrel. Well, guess what? We got richer stuff than you. We got greater gain than you. And that's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We're better workers. We're tougher. You know, we learn things faster. Y'all may be smart in mathematics and all this other extra shit that y'all do, and y'all's little y'all's work, y'all's labor, and everything, how y'all construct things. But we can do it too. We have our own methods. You see what I'm saying? But going back to John, he saw this great city being destroyed, man. All right, saying it's fallen, it's fallen. Okay, just like all the other nations fell. All the other nations fell, and the one that comes to mind is when Yahweh Shai rebuked these cities that he was in. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 20. Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. See, and like right now, nobody's repenting. We're showing the mighty works of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He's given us the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, and we're showing them unto you. Nobody's coming over here and being humble and accepting it and fighting against themselves, their flesh, their mind, the society, and everything else that comes with it to get right with their power. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's coming up. Everybody's going to these churches, you know, sitting down in these churches for vainglory, for nothing but it's all vain, man. All right. So it says, Then began he to upbraid the cities wherein most of his mighty works were done, because they repented not. Woe unto thee, Chorazin! Woe unto thee, Bethshadia! For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Zidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. You see? So these people are not considering the things that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is showing them, man. That's why he said, blessed are your eyes for they see. All right? And blessed are your ears for they hear. All right? Everybody else is basically being sealed up for death. This is the last one, man. All right? This is the last. This is the last of the last of the heathens reigning, of wickedness thriving. This is the end. Okay? This is in the book of Sirach 36. Sirach 36 and verse 1. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O Yahweh. See? So they're going to know the power and the might of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because the mighty works were shown unto them. So that's what his prophets, the men of the Lord on the highways and the byways, are telling them their future destruction. All right? Because the mighty works are being done. But they look for a sign that they're not going to find. Okay? That's a wicked and perverse, faithless generation seeketh after a sign, as Yahushua said. Right? So the sign that they're going to get is destruction. Show new signs and make other strange wonders. And those are those different calamities, these earthquakes, these pestilences that are coming to pass. All right? These freak natured deaths. Okay? That's the Lord showing you that destruction is coming and you better repent. That's why we come out here saying, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. Great destruction is approaching. All right? These are the contractions, the birth pains of a pregnant woman, man, before she brings forth that child. All right? So this is what's going on, man, the contractions. It says, show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Right? And that's what we're doing. We're setting forth his wondrous works, man. Okay? Just like Elijah did. Elijah was able to call down fire upon the earth. But right now, we're not in the time where to say who was able to do a certain thing, a certain work. Okay? We're just called to come out here and convey a message, to sound the trumpet. That's it. Now the Lord said we will be able to do miracles, but that's not up to us to know right now. Now, when it could go further into the future, but during the time of martial law and things of that nature, we're going to start seeing it more and more. Who is able to do these wondrous works as far as coming to spiritual powers and things of that nature? But right now, we're prophesying the Spirit of the Lord is always going to work. Even in that time of martial law, it's going to be the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai working amongst that individual man or his brothers, the elect. It said, rise up indignation and pour out wrath, take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. And that's what John the Revelator was witnessing in Revelations 18. That great Babylon, man. All right? This great kingdom, this nation. All right? Esau that governs the earth, the wicked. So that's what he's saying here in the book of Sirach 36, verse 8. Make the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. And that, again, that's what we're doing. Like Yahushua, he went into these cities and he said, for if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Zidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes, meaning they would have humbled themselves. But since this place is real proud, all right, a proud mountain, a proud nation, they're not going to humble themselves. All right? Only the elect are going to be the ones that do that in the midst of everything, man. You know, Lord willing, like the Lord said, he that endured to the end shall be saved. All right? He that endures to the end shall be saved. All right. So going back to Sirach 36 and 9, let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. You see, so that fire is going to be by way of thermonuclear destruction. They're not going to be able to escape that fire that comes, you know, from the other side of the world. When those arrows are shot, those ICBM missiles are shot, they ain't going to be able to flee that. Okay? No matter how fast they could run, this, that, and the third, they will not escape their destiny, which is to be consumed by the way of fire, because they rejected the word of Yahweh Bashem Shah. And I'm talking about the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, because we know where the heathen are going to appear. All right. Let me get another script. This is Amos chapter 2, verse 14. Therefore the flight shall perish from the swift, and the strong shall not strengthen his force. Neither shall the mighty deliver himself. Neither shall he stand that handleth the bow. And he that is swift of the foot shall not deliver himself. Neither shall he that rideth the horse shall deliver himself. And he that is courageous among the mighty shall flee away naked in that day, saith Yahweh. You see? So no matter how strong you people think you are, you mighty men, you will be consumed by way of thermonuclear destruction. You will not escape it. It's going to destroy all of America, man. All right? Let's go to the book of Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Okay? That's what I was saying. That's a very important message that the men of the Lord have to push forth, man. Because these people are asleep. These people are stupefied, brainwashed, bewitched. All right? A heavy spell has been put upon their mind frame, man. For them to not to see the truth. Whether it was done by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but the point is whether Yahweh Shai did it, because he did it to all Israel. But this word was what was going to awaken them to it. Now this word ain't always going to do that to everybody, but that's what the message has to be pushed forward, because we don't know who the elect is, right? We don't know where they may be at. That's why we're constantly making videos. We're pushing it out, because the elect are out there, and they're watching, they're waiting, they're seeking. All right, they're asking, and they will receive, and they will find. But it's on the Lord's time. Okay, that's why it's very important to tell them the Lord is nigh, man. The day of the Lord is nigh. And you can't depend on your flesh. You can't depend on your preacher, your pastor that's out here and he's wicked in this wicked kingdom, because they're already set up. All right, you got to understand that the certain rules and regulations that these preachers and pastors have to follow within this kingdom called America. All right, they want to have these big buildings and every single type of electronic that is inside that building to make things sound more beautiful and professional. No, man, the Most High ain't about that. The Most High is about it being performed as you see it right now, man. All right, before that evil day comes, man, you got to accept what Yahweh Shai has given you, because it's a blessing in disguise. You go over here to these churches, these men that dress well, they dress nice, they speak eloquently, they speak sweet words, sweet things to you, smooth things. That's deceit, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai tells you that in the scriptures. That's a deceitful worker, and you have to be in the spirit. You're right. You have to be in the spirit to know that, man. But that's like a child. A child sees certain things, you know, sees what they see with their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Was presented to them, and that's what they fall into that trick. Smiles and you know, a happy face. They tell you that in when you watch these people that break down the music videos. They tell you that they the first people they're trying to target are the children. All right, they're trying to infiltrate their mindset, their spirit, to rebel against the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And they use it through colors, because they know that bright colors attract children. Children are more susceptible to bright colors to learn quick. So when they put those certain colors there in these music videos, all right, it's all set up, and you got to understand it's all set up. So it brings you into the video, but within that video is wickedness, man. So that wickedness is attaching itself to you. You're thinking that it's good. That's why the Lord says, "Woe unto you that call good evil and evil good." You see what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful and circumspect of these things, man. You got to pay attention. You know? So going back to Joel 2:2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even the years of many generations. You know, and that sounds like destruction. All right, a Megiddo, Armageddon. All right, the Third World War in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. That's what it sounds like to me in that particular verse. Right, because that's what's going to happen. Here comes soon. They're going to gather. All the nations are already gathering up. You know, it tells you that in the book of Joel as well. All right, it says, "A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them as desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them." And this is going into the ICBM missiles, man. Thermonuclear destruction. You're not going to be able to run from these things, man. You understand? It says, "The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run." You cannot outrun fire, man. You cannot outrun energy. Okay? You can't outrun a bullet. How much more a missile, man? You know? Fire. "Like the noise of chariots on tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in a battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained." You see? Before them, the people shall be in much pain, man. You know? As it said in Sirach 36. All right? That's why Yahweh Shai is condemning these nations, man. So, that's why he has every brother set up in different areas of the earth and preparing them, telling them what's going to come, man. That's why he has brothers everywhere in the world. You could think of a place and the brothers there. He may not be in that specific town, but he's in that country. Just like Jeremiah, Isaiah, etc. They were preaching not only to that specific town, but to that whole country. And there was times where that Yahweh Shai, he did call out certain towns. Just like I was reading right now, I'm going to finish it up in Matthew 11. All right? Going back to Joel 2 and 6, "Before their face the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness." You know? So they're going to be charred up. They're going to be vaporized, man, by that way of fire. Okay? Hurt, you know, and confounded, you know. This is Isaiah 12:6. You know what? I'm going to start at Isaiah 13:2. It says, you know what, 13:1, "The burden of Babylon," since I'm talking about Revelations 18, it says, "The burden of Babylon which Isaiah the son of Amos did see." Okay, because Isaiah, he was a prophet, so he was receiving visions of the future as well. So he saw the destruction of great Babylon. All right, Babylon the Great that John the Reveler has saw as well. Okay, it said, Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them." So we're lifting up the banner upon the high mountain. And the high mountain is in that time or what I'm speaking about right now is Great Babylon, man. That's that high mountain, because the mountains are likened unto kingdoms. All right. Exalt the voice unto them, and that's what we're doing. We're sounding the trumpet. That's why we come out here speaking with a loud voice. You know, sometimes we're in a teaching mode, or we're in a loud, a so-called loud voice, sounding the trumpet. All right, sounding the alarm, as I read in Joel 2:1. It says, "Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles," and that's what we do. You see brothers shaking the hand, up and down, pointing the finger. Not at an individual person, but that's what we're doing. We're shaking the hand to the nobles in the gates, man. Coming into the chief place of concourse, all right? Wherever it may be, wherever you decide to go, all right? It don't matter where you go, as long as you're going out there doing the work, okay? That's all that matters. Because you got a lot of jackasses on the videos that talk shit about where you should be and where you shouldn't be. Well, guess what? That's what the Most High has that brother doing there for now, man. What's it to you? You more bolder? Then do the work. You know what I'm saying? Go and do the work. Don't worry about another person. It should make you happy that a person's even out there. And the Most High will increase him and go further and further, man. You don't know what people go through. You got a lot of jackasses out there that claim themselves to be Israelites. They're Israelites, but they claim to be heaven sent, but yet they're over here judging other people because there's not a lot of people in our town. Over here where I'm from, it's different from Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, San Antonio. You ain't gonna find a lot of people here unless they're having some type of event. One of the chief places of concourse I was at was over here off Martin Luther King Street, and the cops ran me off. Why? Because they hate this truth, man. They hate that the Most High has set up a certain individual man to come out here with great boldness and speak the word. Unlike a lot of these self-proclaimed Christians that don't have the guts to do anymore, man. Why? Because they're so consumed in their own life. All right? Selfish, narcissistic. All right? That's what the Most High sent me to do, to speak the truth. Whether you know me, you like me or not, it don't matter to me. I'm out here to do the work for the Most High. So we're out here in the gates of the nobles. And who are the nobles? These Edomites, man. The so-called white man. That's who the nobles are. Those are the ones that are governing over us. And we're the so-called peasants, the slaves, the Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Could be twofold. The angels of the Most High, the celestial beings, or it could be us, because we glory in the highness of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. We are his servants. We honor him. We glorify him. Just like Yahweh Shai, he was heaven sent. And what did he do? He glorified his Father. He made known his Father. He didn't also make known of himself, but he made known of his Father, man. That his Father was with him and he was with his Father. And when he said these things, they didn't understand. They hated him. Just like we say, we are of our Father. We are his son. People will have a problem with that. These people out here are so hypocritical that they'll acknowledge to you that the people in these churches that preach and that teach, those are God's people. Those are God's authorized teachers and preachers. But when it comes to a brother out here that are standing in the streets, that we're not authorized. That we're not supposed to be doing that. Because why? It's probably because they're being carnal. They see that we don't have a degree, we don't have a monetary, some type of funding. A grant wasn't given to us to go and buy a building and this, that, and the third, and have a license. But that's that carnal mentality, man. They don't have the spirit. Because if they did, they would understand that the Most High chooses men, and they're gonna go and do the work, and they're gonna do it out here on the highways and the byways, man, before all faces, before all people, to be made known. Isaiah 13, And 3, I've commanded my sanctified ones, because the word sanctify is to be made holy, to be separate, to be set apart from the rest. You know, just like me coming out here, I ain't a part of these people, and they know it through the Spirit. They know that us brothers out on the highways and the byways, we're different, man. They don't want. They know we're not part of them. Our ways are different from their ways. They know it. They feel it. Even if we try to be cool for the time being, in our spirit, in their spirit, they know that there's something right there, and it's because we are different as far as our spirits, man. As far as because we're holy, they're unholy. You know, they'll test us, be like, oh, let's see if this dude's down. They'll test you with certain information. They'll test you with certain, hey, man, you know, not they ain't gonna go out there and just straight up ask if you do drugs, but they're gonna play by ear, and they're gonna mention it little by little to see how you react to it. And once you start not reacting to it, they're kind of like, oh, this dude ain't he's not like me. You know, it's like we do. We test the spirit in that sense. You know, ask certain questions. You know, certain people may say that they're a Christian, they're men of the Lord, but then we'll be like, oh, okay, for real. Well, then you test the spirit. Just like in the book of Revelations, it says right here that we have found many liars. All right. This is in Revelations 2:2. I know thy works and labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil. That's right. We cannot bear a lot of these people that are evil. That's why we don't get along for too long. We could be at peace for so long. That's why the Lord told us in Romans, be at peace with all men as much as that lieth in you, basically. All right? Because he knows, being in this world, he's been touched by the infirmities, the temptations, things of that nature. So he knows that the patience can wear out being faced with these wicked people. And thou hast tried them which say they are apostles and are not, and hast found them liars. That's right. We find out that a lot of these people are liars. They're not heaven sent. They're not struggling. They're not being persecuted. You know, they're not being hated. They're not being abused, rejected of men. They're not a man of sorrow. Those are all key indicators on how to identify a man of the Lord, man. All right? They're not vexed, man. They're not losing sleep because of going through certain things and being tempted, and these evil spirits are you know, attacking us. They're not going through that. You know? They're not losing certain things. You know? So it says in Isaiah 13, and for the noise of the multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle. That's right. So he's gathering these heathens together for the day of the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. And that's what John the Revelator has saw. Babylon the Great has fallen, man. You know, it says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord